Hi! Thank you so much for coming back and watching another one of my videos. My name is Khandy. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. My channel is all about adoption topics. I am a mom that adopted a beautiful, perfect little girl almost 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years, Jesus. Time is just a flying by. But please go ahead and subscribe. I release a new video every week on a different adoption topic. So this week we're going to be talking about um, the adoption wait time and mental health. So as you see, I took off a few weeks. And, it wasn't necessarily that I planned it that way. I think we had some rough weeks with adoption. We had, some bad disruptions, and we had some bad disruptions, and then we just decided to kind of, take some time as a family, regroup, and just kind of woosah. For a while now, I haven't. It's been since wintertime. I haven't posted in the Facebook groups, and that was a conscious decision that I made, that I wasn't going to post in those groups. First, because I feel like they're time consuming. Second, because I'll make a video about that. But because a lot of the practices in those groups, I just don't like them. I think that they're unethical. You have some admins that are amazing, like myself, and another one that I know for a fact, she's just phenomenal. And I know that she's watching this, so kudos to her and her husband. But, it can become draining. First you see so much wrong information just being passed about amongst each other from people that, first off, you've never adopted. Second, you're brand new, and it's like you're passing around wrong information, and this is how people start their journey off wrong. And I'm not going to jump in the comments and say, well, this is how you should do this, is this, is this, is this. I'll post a video and just saying, hey, this is probably the steps that you should take. Because honestly, I'm a person that I'm big on research. And I say that in my videos all the time. Do your research, do your research, do your research. And honestly, you going to people in a Facebook group, that's not your research. At least it's not to me. That's not what I consider research. And I just felt like it was becoming toxic. And I am a person that I 1000% know my limit. And I know what's good for me, and I know what's bad for me. And it's very easy for me to step away from things that I know are bad for me. And so I just knew that I needed to step away. I needed to kind of just chill with my family. I needed to kind of just like enjoy the summer weeks. And that's what we did. But here we are. So if you've asked yourself, why is it taking so long? Will I ever get chosen? Yes, you will. Be consistent. Why is it taking so long? For different things. I've made a video about that. I can post it in the comments. What are your preferences, and what is your budget? Who's the professional that you're working with? Are you just posting in Facebook groups? If you're just posting in Facebook groups and you call yourself self-matching, that's not self-matching. I'm sorry. There's so much more to it, and it's hard. It's not easy, you know? Will I ever get chosen? Yeah, if you stay in it long enough, you will. Trust me, you will. But you just have to be diligent about it, and you have to be very meticulous, and be willing and ready to kind of revamp yourself, and be willing and ready to hear things that you may not be wanting to hear. Some things you may not like, and you have to be open to that, because you have to understand that you have someone else looking at you and judging you based off of what you're putting out there, saying, if I feel comfortable with you raising my child. And you have to be open to that. You have to be open to that. Why did they get selected over me? That's a question that you'll never know. You'll never know, because an expectant mom can pick somebody based off of the fact that they both like Marvel. It's crazy. You literally never know. So Is the right situation out there for us? So that's the question that I ask myself. Kenny and I, we see situations all the time. It's not a fact that we don't see situations. We've never ran into a scammer. Like I've said in previous videos, I have a scam alert. Kenny can pick out a con artist, a scammer, a red flag quicker than I can pick one out. He's not in for it. And plus, they don't really approach me. So I'm not even really worried about that part. Um, it's about finding the right situation for our family dynamic. Our family dynamic is very different, and now I don't consider myself and Kenny at all. I only consider our daughter. And I mean, not to say I only consider our daughter, but I consider our daughter the most and how it's going to affect her. And I also have certain things that make me nervous. You know, like I did a video about our daughter being a preemie, and she was in the hospital for 52 days. She was in the NICU for 52 days. And that still weighs on me. That still weighs on me emotionally, you know? And so again, like I said, we see situations very consistently. So it's not as though we're not seeing them. So the situations are there. If I see it, this, so I'm just going to give you a quick example without going too deep into it. If I see a situation and it looks perfect, and I go down and it says she usually delivers between 33 and 34 weeks, I'll pass, because to me that's a NICU stay. Because I know that that means that a baby has to be, depending on what it is, I know a baby has to be in the hospital until they're at least 35 weeks. And I can't do it. Literally, when I said I can't be in a NICU, the beeps, the sounds, the smells, just can't, you know? And again, everybody has their thing, you know? So I'm working on some things. I'm working on some things. And I know that the right situation is out there for Kenny and myself. I'm also not in the same position that I was 2 years ago. And that's because I have my daughter. You know, I'm not as stressed out as I was 2 years ago. That sense of urgency just isn't, it's not nagging me, you know, and I know that it can be. But let me tell you some of the key things why I'm not like that. I fill my days. So I'm a planner naturally, and I make sure my days from sun up to sundown are filled with things that I'm doing with my daughter, and on the weekends we're doing as a family. Not only that, I took a lot of time to fundraise. So we did extremely well with that because we have built a village around us. I mean, and a strong village around us. And the most important thing is I have made like the closest relationship with people that I would have never thought. And it's because of adoption. They understand me. They understand what I'm going through. They understand it. As to, I've had the same group of best friends since, when I think of Tamika, since I was 7, Jody since I was 18, you know, listen, we've all been the same group of friends for over 25 years. Some of us longer. And they won't understand it like a new friendship that's about to be a year old, because they get it. And it's just a genuine friendship. You know, so when I tell you that it's hard, I get it. I get it. But sometimes you need to take a break for your mental health, for your sanity. And that's exactly what I did. And so even though I took a step back from doing everything, I stayed consistent with my own Instagram page, like my own adoption page. I stayed consistent with my own Facebook adoption page. And because that to me is what's important. That to me, because it's mine. But what I wasn't going to do, I didn't shoot any videos, because to me, when I shoot videos, I need to be like 100%. And I knew that not only was I didn't feel like I wasn't 100%. I just knew that it was okay for me to step away for a little bit. And I feel like a lot of times people feel like they have to go even when they don't want to. And it's like, it's a rat race. And I don't want to be a part of that rat race. You know what I mean? Because it's unhealthy. And some people may not agree with me. But that's the thing, is I'm not competing with anybody. I'm not competing with anybody. The only person I'm competing with is that person that you're looking at right now, and that's Khandy. I'm only competing with me. And one thing I have always said is I know for a fact that our baby is coming. So I'm not worried about that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So I may say no to 15 situations, 20 situations a month. That's okay with me because I know the right one is going to come. The right one is going to come. I'm not going to second guess it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not going to question it. And in the meantime, I'm helping other families out. Because in the meantime, I'm helping other families out. And that makes me feel good. Because anybody that knows me knows I just want to help people. So my advice to you is, if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, if you feel like you're spending too much time online, if you feel like you're being consumed by this adoption, if you feel like your marriage is suffering from this adoption, if you feel like you're spending less time with your children because of this adoption, take a step back. Take a step back. Because what's in your house is what matters. That is what matters. None of this is guaranteed yet. That is there now, and that's what matters. My daughter is what matters. My husband is what matters. My girls downstairs, my puppies, they're what matter. This is what I've created right now, and this is what's here. So it's like I can't control what's happening on the outside, and so it's like I needed to be able to bring that back into perspective, and it's okay. You know, like sometimes you just have to chill out and just know that everything is going to be okay, and it will. You know, and then again, I have great people that I talk to every day, and we just keep each other going. Literally, just keep each other going. But that's what I have. If you have any advice or anything that you'd like to add, please do so. And like I said, my name is Khandy. Please push that like button. If you have anything that you'd like to add, please go ahead and put it in the comment box. If there's anything that you've done to keep your mind sane during the wait process, you know, besides fundraising or taking a vacation with the family, please let me know what that is. You know, journaling helps some people, yoga helps some people, meditating helps some people. What is it that you've done to help you get through this wait? I'd love to hear it. Again, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I release a new video every week. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.